to know who is one. We know our name, our body, our country, everything we know. But the essence, because of that essence, all the forms are there. What is the formless in the center of the forms? That is the first thing one has to know. Otherwise, whole journey, you live 100 years. It's a tiny second in the universal years of the time. You say 100 years are nothing. And we don't know ourselves, so we are measuring our life with the years. And lost the connection with the universal eternity. And we are, if you go deeper in your meditation, you don't separate yourself from eternity. Everything has the end has the matter. Matter, wherever there is matter, it has its own end. It is composed and it decomposes. But energy is not destroyed or increased. Energy is energy. So what is eternity? What is standing in eternity? Is the experience of the eternity can be experienced only with the sentient energy of the self, what we call Atma, or we call soul, or what we call spirit. Or we cannot call anything, it is there, which has no name. Because to have a name, you need an object. But it is not an object. It is there. As there is space, there is time, there is we. So we can't say the time when did it begin, or we can't say where the space when it was created. In the same way, we can't say the soul is created. Time was, time is, and time will be. Space was, space is, and space will be there. The energy was, is, and will be. So, if you transcend the mental concepts and demand scriptures and sayings and go deep to that experience, you get the glimpse. And the glimpse also is received through the brain, and the brain has the limitation again. But the experiencer is experiencing. But to transmit, you need the brain and neuron. If you don't have a good brain, good neuron, you cannot explain, you cannot experience, or you cannot share or communicate. And here is the main difficulty. In a spiritual path, when you go, everything, it is difficult to explain in words. So one enlightened person, what he was experiencing and keeping oneself so happy and smiling, and he was very old, very weak, feeble, but his joy, his peace were so blossoming, so people were wondering what is the secret of this old withered person who is so pleasant, who is so happy. It is in an Hindi language, so it is the stanza say. So one person very close to him, he came and he asked, "Can you tell me what is there in you which is fountaining the pleasantness and peace?" Because when you are fountaining, there must be something inside. From there, it is fountains. It springs out, it comes out. What is there? So he says one very Hindi language. सज्जन बातां प्रेम की परमुख कही न जाए, मूंगा को सपनों भयो समझ समझ मलकाए. He says, what can I tell, my dear? How can I tell you? To tell you, you need a vehicle which can carry the experience. But matter cannot carry that so much vastness. It is, the power is so much powerful, and you take the 100 watts bulb and you put the electricity of the 1,000 and it bursts. The voltage is more and so powerful, and the bulb is not able to hold it. So you have to see how much voltage it has and how much bulb you have, how much the capacity of the bulb. Or there must be some arrangement, it adjusts according to that. But if you have not an adjustment and then you put it, the bulb bursts. So he says that, Sajjana Bhata, my dear, oh friend, how can I tell the experience in my language? Gunga ko sapno bhayo samaj samaj malkai. There was a deaf and a dumb person who got a dream. The beautiful dream, the deaf and dumb person experiences a dream and he is smiling, he is happy, and the smile is blossoming on his face. And his friends came and say, what is that which makes you so smiling, so happy? What is that? So the poet says, my dear, Gunga means the deaf and dumb person. Sapno bhayo, he saw the beautiful dream. He has no language to explain. Samaj samaj malkai. As you go on remembering his dream, he is blossoming more and more. Samaj samaj, again and again he remembered the dream, and in the dream he is blossoming. there is no language because he is deaf and dumb. He has experience, but no language. In the same way, when you are experiencing the real meditation, here also you enjoy life. And you don't worry about what others are talking about you because you have found a friend in yourself. So first condition is appa mittam. You be your friend. Before you become a friend to others, ask again and again, are you your friend? It is not telling somebody. It is when you are alone and you can feel, okay, you are friend. You are in a pleasant relationship. And there is no anger, no revenge, no hate, no violence, not holding grudge against anybody. Because you are a friend. Holding anger towards somebody, you are holding anger inside. So you are not angry with others, you are angry with your own self. You are not your friend. Friend does not make you angry. Who is your friend? Who does not make you angry, who does not hurt you, who does not upset you. And once you have this inner experience, and this is the thing you have to work out. It is not listening to the lecture or talk. It is a big process to work out continuously with yourself. Appa mittam. Appa means soul, I am my friend. The whole world can be there, but I will not hurt myself. And that power, to bring out the power which is then in you, but you have not exerted. Because as I mentioned, our consciousness and time and space are eternal. There is no beginning, no end. Space has no beginning. Time has no beginning. Our consciousness has no beginning. You cannot say God has created. How can you create energy? Einstein cannot create energy. Energy was there, or he can explain about somebody. Anything is created is not energy. Energy creates everything. The whole universe is a creation of the energy, so nothing can create energy. The energy is that we fire the sun, and the energy is that moves the waves, and the energy is that grows the trees everywhere. So energy is that. So you cannot create or measure the energy. Energy is there. Time, space, and energy, soul. Soul is a name just, but it is nameless. Just we see. And that is why in some tradition they say you cannot say even God. You cannot explain the name of a God. Only you can say G or something, say, because the moment you make a name, it loses the essence because you make it a nameable object. It's a mystical meaning. Just without naming, experience it. And for that one has to go there. So once we have this experience of being a friend to yourself, anytime you become upset, sit beside yourself. Okay, what I am doing here? I am telling somebody made me upset. But how can somebody make me upset without my cooperation? That person did not upset me. It is I cooperated. And what he mentioned, I am trying to fight with that, means there is a fight and you are not cooperating with yourself, but you are cooperating with person who he is there to hurt you. And the moment you get the glimpse, you are on your road. You found. Work with that. It will be very good. With husband, with wife, with people, with a neighbor. Because if you are not your friend, everybody is going to, some way are going to poke you and make you upset. And I tell you, people are not happy when you are too much, you have happiness. They are envy. They are very compassionate when you are poor and in distress. If you see a poor person, you will help him. But if you see a person who your neighbor who became all of a sudden millionaire and walks, you are angry, you are upset. It is very interesting. Even very closest people who are happy and they are not happy, they don't want to see somebody happy. Don't you see what is my condition? You are laughing and making fun of it. You don't see. You have to sit beside them and cry with them. Yes, you are right. You are a poor man. So you also make, you are sympathetic. You are a lover because you cry with me. And all things, it is all made concept. Meditation is not a concept. And when somebody becomes happy, you become happy. You are a spiritual person. One a good test is when you are sitting in the car and you want to go soon home, and all of a sudden the red light comes. Oh my God, you. And somebody gets the green light and walks. And that time if you can smile, because somebody got the green light, all right, it is fine. Because you want to see somebody happy, and that person got the green light, that instead of being upset. It was, if it is going to be late, it is going to be late. There is no need to go on being unhappy. And certain things which are happening, they happen. Accept it. You cannot change. But our obsession does not leave. Few years ago, I had a weekend in Colorado, and I was invited in Boston, in Harvard. There was a conference and they needed me. So I called Colorado people. Okay, here is a very important meeting, and if you don't mind, you can change 1 or 2 weeks later. And still they did not send the um, information. They agreed, all right. And then I had this conference in Harvard, and after that, 2 weeks later, my program was arranged in Colorado. But that weekend was very bad, and there was a tornado and rain, all the things. So that person's came, and my retreat was they arranged, and the people were not many. First, it was they signed round about more than 100 people, and then only were there 10 people. But he was telling me, Gurudev, had you come on that appointment, 100 people, the weather was so beautiful, and had you come, I say, it was not meant. It was meant to be in Boston. He said, okay, I understand, but had you come, but oh, it was so good. But I say, how can it be? Because it was meant there, so how could I be there? Okay, yes, I know, but still, but I cannot understand. He was telling the same thing 5 times. Yes, hide. Life, really, we are obsessed with certain things. It had to be become, but accept it. It's a journey to make your life happy or smooth. Accept it. Let go. Make life journey. What you are going to prove with argument? Upset a day and prove yourself. What do you prove to anybody, each other? Because ultimately we are all going to go. Ultimately the form will be disintegrated. So what you are going to prove? But to prove one point, so much argument, so much bickering, so much upset. Spirituality must permeate in your daily life. The people will start wondering, okay, what is it's different, open, let it go. Oh, yes, thy will be done. All right, tell. As you are talking to God, you talk to that partner, thy will be done. All right. No resistance. And certain things, if you don't want to do, you don't do, but there is no need to prove that why you are not doing. You can show your helplessness. You know, I don't feel good. But to prove the point is not spirituality, ego. I am right, you are wrong. All the religion, all the violence, all the thing, or right and wrong, all this thing. Once you agree, there is no war. And people, for this ego, go on a war and prove, they kill thousands of people only to prove their point. So if you go on a big mountain and when you see big trees, Grand Canyon, once I saw there is a top of that, there is a big tree. And I was wondering, on this Grand Canyon there is a big tree was standing. And the wind is so powerful there, it can uproot any tree. So I wanted to find out what the secret is. So somebody told me, when there is wind, these trees bend. The wind is over, they stand. Bend and stand, that's all. When there is argument, bend it. When argument over, stand it. You don't lose anything. But what you gain is you are a friend. You have not upset yourself. Because you are a lover of yourself. You are a friend to yourself. Be a friend. First a thing is you are your friend. Before you become a friend or any relative, you be a first relationship with yourself. I will not hurt myself. And where you have to go? Only to yourself. It is a private decision. And watch. Every time you become upset, you have to watch that. That is spirituality. That is meditation. Meditation is not you are sitting when you are calm, everything is good, you are gone, breathing and survive. That is all good. Meditation is there. When your emotions are connecting to the event, the event and the emotion connection, that time to watch is meditation. That moment. The connection makes you happy or connection makes you unhappy. There was a funny, some joke, somebody said, one person got married, and then when they went to sign the contract with in front of the lawyer or priest or whatsoever, and they found, and then the lady came and said, she went to a lawyer, said, I want to have divorce. Or say, yesterday you got married. Okay, yes, but I want to have divorce today. What? Because there, I signed here, on the top of that he signed. And not with the small letters, big letters. He wants to make me small. Even the beginning, I don't want to be with him. He wants to be on the top always. So he signed first instead of signing down. The people, how they interpret to be unhappy. Small, small things. You come home and somebody is reading paper or something. And I have seen people. Somebody comes and opens the radio. The woman becomes so angry. The whole day I was cooking for you and you are opening radio. Or in a small, small things, they were upset. And meditation must go everywhere. Because our main teaching is appamitam. You are your friend. And with any time you become upset, you say, I am not my friend. Because which direction you are going, in language we say we have watch, but we need compass also. It is not how fast we go, but in which direction we go. That is more important. Our direction, how much meditation you did, how many time you did, that is not the... But the direction which you take is being aware of what is the space. So somebody asked me, how can you explain this whole thing if our soul is not tangible? How do we know? How do we conceive the idea? So in the beginning, what I mentioned, the space, the time, and the consciousness, they are limitless, infinite. There is no limit. In the time you can have 20 watches and clocks, but time is the only one. In this consciousness also we have so many forms, but the consciousness is the same. So your consciousness and my consciousness are not different. Your space and my space are not different. Your body and my body are there, but the energy is not different. And to know, you take this building. This building is different than the neighbor building. And another you see Empire State Building, that you can see. All the buildings are different. But do you know, the moment the structure collapses, the space is the same. If the structure of this building collapses, the space of this building and a twin tower building collapses, so the space of the twin tower cannot be different than the space what we have here in this building. It is the structure which separates. But the space without the structure is the one. There is no any difference. The time without the watch has no difference. The time is time. Eternity. So, the watch and the structure or whatsoever, the plug, electricity, they all, but if you see the electricity, the current is the only one every day. The bulb changes. One has to experience that. In that state, we feel universal consciousness. I am universal. And around this universe, because of your mind and living with that, you have collected whatsoever vibration, that is known as a karma. Karma means the action of thought, word, and your concept. You have created. And you are going through that. So, I can say in a simple way, act the way you want to become, and you will become the way you act. Act the way you want to become, and you will become the way you act. So plant the way you want to have a seed, select the seed, and the way you plant the seed, the tree will grow. So, in this life, now whatsoever we want to plant, whatsoever we want to plant according to that. Act the way you want to become, and you will become the way you are acting. So, if you want peace, give peace to the world. If you don't want to be hurt, don't hurt any animal. If you want to be healthy, don't destroy somebody's health. Because here, to sustain the body, the nature has given you the nature food to sustain. But if you want to take the animal's life, suffering their life, and you make and say, I want to be healthy. No, it cannot become, because you have destroyed the other life. How can you be? So the karma will come recycling. So you have to go through that suffering, one way or another. So karma is nothing but what you want to have, you plant that. That's all. If you want peace, give peace to others. Don't destroy their peace. Don't destroy their life. Don't destroy their longevity. Act the way you want to. You want peace? Plant peace. Want happiness? Plant happiness. So in your food, in your clothes, in your behavior, all the become reverence for life. You don't want to hurt life, and you don't want to disturb anybody's peace. But if you see, we are destroying the earth, and recently I saw a movie, it is called Animal or a Food Link, Food Link, I think.
Food Inc.
Food Inc. It is so much this Food Inc. You can, on the website you can see that way. And then I asked one lady, and she sent to me, and when I saw this, for this body to sustain, how these poor animals are tortured. And thousands of small chicken, where they die and they throw in the ground, and then the tractor goes on it, and all this earth is full of dead chickens. I want to tell you for your information, it is one of the best movie recently published has come, Food Inc. And you know what we are eating. And we want happiness. How can happiness come? Causing pain, suffering, pain. So once you become your own friend, take care of your body. And give that which has no violence, which has no any suffering, and suffering will never come. But if I have planted, it comes. Karma means the action which you have done, it may be with the physical, mental, or verbal, it is going to come back. That's it. It is like the world is nothing but a boomerang, or you can say echo point. What you give, it comes back. So it is not becoming for anybody, it is becoming for yourself. You yourself. Be kind to yourself, not invite sickness. And to become sick is not taking care of what we are putting in the body. People don't see when they are going to a restaurant, go on sprinkling salt. It is going to create blood pressure. Go on eating junk food, it is going to create an unhealthy thing. So the whole teaching, my friend, is summarizing is in three things. First thing is to know that the time, space, and a consciousness belong to eternity. There is no part or no small. But because of the structure, they are measured. Time is measured because of the clock. Space is measured because of the building. And a consciousness, pure soul consciousness, divine energy, is because of the structure of the body, what we are having with our action, thoughts, words. So with your thoughts, you can change. I saw one woman, she was very jealous, angry. She could not see anybody happy in a negative thought. And when she was in hospital, somebody, once I think in the lecture I mentioned, somebody brought a flower pot, sunflower. And she saw the sunflower was beautiful there in the window. First time she was with herself. When in the morning she got up, the face of the sunflower turned toward the window. And she thought, who was there, who came in my room and changed? And she asked the nurse, okay, did you change? Because it was so lovely facing me. Who changed? She said, lady, madam, it is sunflower. It keeps the face toward the sun, toward the light. And that touched her. Keep the face towards goodness, towards happiness, to yourself. Sun inside. And from that day, she changed her attitude of negativity. Not to find fault with others. Why should I find fault? I am not here to judge others. Nobody has appointed. And we don't want to change ourselves. We want to change others. That's the point. We are always out to change others. What about us? No, I don't. I want to change you. And that is the quarrel. Accept them. The best way is to end all the tension, accept as you are. And tell yourself, I love you as you are. And that person will be surprised. You don't want to change me? Okay, no. And that person will change. Yeah. Because you don't want to change. So the person says that she does not want to change, he does not want to change, why should I not change myself? But when we are out to change, they pick up registers, and that creates tension. Because the love is divided, it is spoiled. Love. Love people, whatsoever their condition was. And you have not given any position to go out and change others. And we are holding always a mirror to show them what they are here. Always. Our language is show them with a mirror. There is no need to show mirror. Why we want to show them, okay, your face is not good. But they cannot change their face. It is their face. You accept it. Our language. Meditation, I tell you, my friend, changes your life. And life becomes worth living, and you enjoy the journey with the person whom you are. And wherever you are, you become welcome. And sometimes the people are not welcome in their own home. Before the person comes, oh my God, time the person comes, now I have to be. So meditation is a very peaceful time, a pleasant time to be with yourself. And start with the breath, that's all. When you are with your breath, there is no otherness. when you are in otherness, there is no breath. You are not breathing. You are. So, in all the teaching, it may be in Hindu, in Jain or Buddha, everywhere the breathing is there, is the secret, because it belongs to the soul. It belongs to all. And when there is no attachment, no aversion, the breathing is smooth. Any attachment or aversion come and create upheaval. Only you are in tune with, live with the breath, feel the breath, and experience the breath. Pay 100% attention to your breathing, and there will not otherness, no otherness. Satra mentions somewhere, I think. You know Satra, huh? What he says? And you remember Satra's one very famous statement. Others are hell. Huh? Huh?
The one day when Sartre said, people are hell?
Satra. It's one of the best. When he declined the Nobel Prize, first one of the best person who declined Nobel Prize was Satra. And Satra, what he says, others are hell. Many people interpret it very wrongly, but he hated people. Others, no, I say no, you don't understand meaning. When you bring others in your consciousness, that makes a hell for yourself. You are making hell. Others are not hell. Inviting others, you make your life hell. Because this person had that. So that time you are not your peace. You are creating hell. Satra was not the enemy of mankind. He was a friend. But he says, you are making others in your center and you decide your life. Okay, that person says me this, that person says. So when somebody says good, and I say, oh, I got Nobel Prize. So you got Nobel Prize. You were not Nobel, but somebody made you Nobel Prize, so you are good. You are not president unless you are selected, or you, in the lost, he loses all hope. And somebody makes a president, that person become president, he can do 100 of violence whatsoever, he destroys others. For you are not important. You are important yourself. Breathe yourself, and you are there. And your breath is peaceful, loving. You spread the love with this peaceful. So to start with, and 3-4 things, you have the first thing, you see the time, space, and consciousness are not matter. They are all are there. They have the eternity, eternal. Second thing to remember is one has to be one's true friend. And in order to be a true friend, there is no need to practice anything. Because you say, I am practicing Hindus, Jain, Buddha, then you are going there. There is no need to practice anything to know yourself or be yourself. Because generally we are remembering with the practice. So it is not Jain practice or Hindu practice or Jain Christian practice. Only in to know yourself or be yourself, to be yourself and stop imagining to be this or that. Stop imagining to be this or that. Just be. And let your true nature emerge. Just be yourself. You have stopped imagining to be this or that. So in that, just be and let your true nature emerge. And don't disturb the process, the flow of emerging the nature. Just be yourself.